I'm Sarah Costa-Smith. I'm a naturopathic physician at Family Health Centers in Brewster, Washington. I graduated from Bastyr in 2006.
I'm Brendan Smith, a naturopathic physician, and I work here at Family Health Centers serving Okanagan County, and I graduated from Bastyr in 2009.
We were raising our family in Seattle, and we were both working for Bastyr University.
And we were sitting in traffic stuck on I-5, and I can't remember which one of us kind of had the joke, but kind of turned and just said Okanagan.
So I think one of the biggest differences between rural medicine and then working in a city like Seattle is here it's like I walk down the street, I see patients and they know that I'm part of their community.
And it's really nice as two naturopathic physicians in the community.
We were very fortunate to bring two superstars to Family Health Centers to have them join our family of providers. They're not only great providers, but they're just the kind of people you want to be friends with, you want as your neighbors. I'm Jesus Hernandez. I'm the CEO of Family Health Centers in North Central Washington. Our mission is all about access, improving access to health care, especially in the rural areas. Allopathic medicine can be significantly enhanced by adding naturopath medicine in the mix. It's just adding more tools to our toolbox. And I think that we have communities in rural areas who are very much ready for naturopath medicine. Dr. Sarah Smith in the Brewster community, the Latino community, is just embracing her completely. When we brought Dr. Brandon Smith to Tonasket, he immediately had a following.
My education at Bastyr set me up for a role working in community health. What I love about serving in the community of Okanagan County is the diversity of all the different backgrounds of where people are coming from. People are coming to see me because of their own traditional use of herbal medicine that's been passed down generations from the community of the Colville tribe and on the reservation. Everything from other farmers who have been using traditional medicines forever because it was on the land and it was what was available. So I think it really brings me back to the roots of kind of where medicine came from, and it's quite humbling because a lot of people have been doing things out here out of necessity. Part of what brought us here wasn't so much just an idea that this might work, was actually the community saying this is a need. This collaboration gives us the opportunity to come in and help meet that need of primary care physicians in rural areas. And one of the first questions we received from multiple patients was, well, how long are you going to be here? Are you going to stick around? Are you, going to be here for us? And, that really kind of struck a chord to my heart. They deserve the same as everyone else, and to be able to be here, be with them, and see how I can serve them long term, it feels better about kind of serving where I'm needed.
I'm so happy and so proud to be doing what I'm doing, working in this community. I had a patient come to me for an acute reason, and she hadn't been in about 3 years. And the patient had a lot of anxiety, and I sat with her for a while and she seemed to calm down, and we started working together and she kept coming back. And then she started sending her sisters to me, and then she started sending her children to me, and then she started sending her mother to me. And it was like being able to take care of this family who had tried to avoid medical care because it made them all so anxious, but then allowing them a space to address that anxiety and get care, and to see some of the changes that they're making in their lives right now is really rewarding and makes me feel so good about what I'm doing and makes me come home really happy.
My name's Brenda Lowe, and I'm one of the co-founders of Seattle Acupuncture for Veterans. Around the time that U.S. became involved in the invasion of Iraq, we felt helpless in the face of that and wanted to know how we could help those who were wounded in battle when they return. Since November 15th, 2010, we've been operating every Monday night a free clinic at Solid Ground in Wallingford.
We've been coming to the Seattle Acupuncture for Veterans group for the last 4 years. Hi, I'm Tom. I'm a 27-year veteran of the Navy. I flew aircraft during Vietnam off aircraft carriers and retired as a captain and finished my 27 years up at Whidbey Island.
I'm Tricia, and I'm Tom's wife. I introduced Tom to acupuncture through this organization, and I've noticed a profound difference.
We focus on ear acupuncture. It's very powerful for treating PTSD and all kinds of pain.
There were a lot of veterans. They were trying to get through the trauma of things that happened while they were young people. The acupuncture is helpful in a physical way, but I also think the fact that it brings people together adds a huge benefit.
The main hope is that we can relieve pain and suffering of those who serve on our behalf. All our volunteers have been from Bastyr, so anything that can be done to support Bastyr's multitude of projects, all of these things are really critical.
It's a wonderful legacy that someone left for the veterans. I just appreciate that somebody recognizes and has given something back to us for the time that we spent.
This is the 9118 zip code. It's one of the United States' most diverse zip codes, where we have over 79 languages spoken here. I'm Tara Mudliar-Lawal, and I'm a midwife with the Rainier Valley Midwives, and I graduated from Bastyr in 2015. We are one of the zip codes that are most under-resourced and have some of the harder birth disparities. We have a higher percentage of African Americans, Pacific Islanders, Native Americans, and those families and those babies are 2.5 times more likely to die by their first birthday than other babies. By having people within the community and having providers who really know the community, we're able to lift the whole community. And it's so powerful that it starts with the mom. Because so many of our families, they don't see a provider if they're sick. Some of them don't have insurance. But the one time that they will go to a doctor or see a midwife is when they're pregnant. If they build the trust with their midwife during pregnancy, when their kid is sick, they'll say, oh, let me find out who my midwife would go to. And we partner with everyone. So these moms, if they trust their midwives, they trust their provider, they will send their kids to be seen. And then they'll have their husbands be seen. And then we start to build a real community of a healthy generation. This is what Faisa, who is our midwife, she said this to me. She said, Tara, all we have to do is set up shop right here. And she said, at Othello and MLK, we have to set up shop because they will all come. And I can't even tell you, we've had more meetings here in this space than I did in 2 years down in Renton. We've had providers of color from so many different backgrounds from within these communities. But our big thing is that we're not just a clinic here, but we're also a teaching institution. So we want to grow the next generation, and we want to educate them, and we want them to be taught by the best providers and pass that knowledge on to the next generation. That's how this is going to grow.